Trav and I are out trying to fill my muley tag today. The particular deer we're after is a nice, wide, big-framed muley, and kind of have my heart set on him. We watched him for quite a while, got a lot of footage of him through the phone scope, but the owner had plans to hunt that evening, so we didn't want to stir things up on him. But we got the green light now, so we're just trying to find, hopefully, that buck or something equivalent to him. But we're going to spend most of our day on this valley top here and see if we can get lucky, lay some eyes on him, and come up with a game plan from there. We got set up on the ridge of this valley here. The valley circles around like a horseshoe, but the deer are hard to see over here from where we were. So we decided to walk in, get to a high spot, and see what we could stir up. We're right in the area where we've been seeing a lot of activity this morning, does and small bucks. I brought the spotter with me. In case we do see something in the distance, we can throw it on the tripod and get a better look. But we know within about 400 yards of us, there's probably 20 deer. Some does and small bucks that we know of. But where the does are, the bucks will follow, so we're just gonna sit tight and see what happens here. A 4-point just came out, chasing a doe pretty hard. And, a nice frame, but not much for forks, but he's running her around, doing a lip curl, putting on a little bit of a show. How far is that? He's about 600 yards away, which is why I brought the spotter out with us. But anyway, something to see. We're 435 to the hillside there, so anything down here should be in range. These Vortex Furies with the built-in rangefinder. Jeez, I didn't know what I was missing until I picked up a pair of these. We carry so much equipment when we're hunting. Spotter, rifle, this, that. Being able to consolidate and have your binos and your rangefinder all in one, that's priceless. And the image quality of the glasses, well, it's Vortex, so it's absolutely awesome. Probably seen 50 deer this morning. It's just not the buck we're after. But anyways, we're gonna head back to the truck, go and meet up with the boys, have a little lunch, and get back at it. Pretty buck. We're back at the lookout that we were at this morning, and does are starting to move. Bucks are following them. A really nice looking, actually, 3-point. Just a nice frame, just a pretty deer. Just followed some does out of the bush. He's been dogging them pretty hard, but he's just out in the open here now. We've just been watching him. We're still seeing some movement in the bush, so we know there's more does in there. We think there might be a big buck in there with them, or we're hoping anyways. But we're just enjoying the show, watching this 3-point dogging some does out here, and we'll see. Maybe a big buck will step out yet. Always a fun show to watch, and we got great seats. I'm out trying to find the mule deer I want to put my tag on. We had one lined up. We had watched him for quite some time a couple weeks ago. It was on a Saturday, so we refer to him as the Saturday buck. Been out trying to find him. We did manage to get a much better look at him, And he is a nice buck. He is an impressive buck. But he just seems like a young buck. And I made the decision that he's just got too much potential. I'm going to let him grow. And maybe next year somebody will be lucky enough to take him. We're just at a lookout here where we've been seeing a lot of deer. And right now there's got to be 10 bucks that I could find with my binoculars. They're just moving all over the place. When we first got here, though, there was one particular buck with a real dark rack. He seemed to have some good mass, and he was a 4-point. I'm hoping he'll come back out because I really want to get a better look at him. But out of all the deer we're seeing out here, he's probably the one I would most want to put my tag on. But we're just enjoying the show. We're watching all these other bucks move. We're just hoping that dark 4, that heavy 4-point comes back out. And if he does, I could just get down into a low spot here, close the gap about 100 yards, and have what I think would probably be about a 300-yard shot. So for now, we're just going to sit tight, let the deer do their thing, enjoy the show, and hope that the heavy 4 comes out. Didn't get a great look at him, but from what I could tell, he looked like the one that I want to target. Earlier today, Kyle and I were all across this valley watching it over with the spotting scope, and there were deer everywhere. Right as we got here, there was a heavy 4-point. We didn't get much of a look at him before he followed a doe into the bush. There's got to be 10 bucks that we've been watching, but he's the one that's got my attention. We went back for lunch. We came back. It's a couple hours later. I went a little bit further down the valley, the Horseshoe Valley here. So I'm watching now from a different angle, across from where we were earlier. But we found the heavy 4. He's bedded with a doe and just not moving. He's about 450 yards. I don't want to take that shot because I think I could get in closer to him. The problem we're dealing with now is I have to go a long ways away to go around and down to get to him. And we're starting to get late in the day, and I just don't think there's time for that. And the last thing I want to do is scare this deer, jump this deer, spook him off right at last light. I'd rather be patient, come back tomorrow, try to find him where I have all day and plenty of light to work with. But I'm hoping he'll look more in our direction where I could see him head on real quick. Here's another buck. There's another buck coming towards him. That's probably going to get him to stand, so I better get ready here. The heavy 4 is still bedded. He hasn't moved a muscle. But when he does and when he stands, I want to be ready. There's another buck coming towards him, and that's probably going to be my chance. Here he comes. He's getting up. He's up. No. Don't go that way. So going dead away from us. I don't want to take a farther shot than I need to. I think the best bet is to wait for tomorrow. The sun's going down quick. Other words, I'd get around the valley to the other side, get down to the bottom, and try to move to where I think he's going. We've been watching these deer quite a bit, and they do kind of go back and forth. But there's a trail on the other side that he's probably going to come down. But by the time I get my stuff together and get around there, it's going to already be getting dark. Our best bet is to be patient. If we could find him in the morning and have the whole day and sunshine to work with, that'll be the play. I'd really like to get down there and get in closer to him too. It's day 6 of our hunt week. I'm at our Horseshoe Valley here, looking to try to find the heavy 4. Let him go last night, back this morning, and we found him. He's with a doe, and he is just sticking with that doe. Whatever she does, he does. So we don't want to commit quite yet, whether they go up to the top of the valley or down to the bottom, depending on which way they go, is going to determine how we want to go in after him. Mark is on his way. He's coming. He's going to be filming me today. Hopefully by the time Mark gets here, we'll know what the game plan is. We just got to be careful. We don't want to expose ourselves because there is a possibility of being skylined. So we're going to kind of weave between these hills in the low spots and plan to and hope to see the deer before he has a chance to see us. So we'll slow things down here, proceed cautiously, and hopefully get lucky. We just got to proceed slowly and cautiously. There's a lot of deer in this valley, and all it takes is for us to spook one, and this opportunity's out the window. We got around to where we could see where the deer should be bedded. It's still a long ways away, so we're going to head down to the bottom of the valley, work our way around these willows, and that should put us in that 300 range if we can get our eyes on them. We're gonna press on. We're just about through these willows here. About another 25-30 yards to go. We're gonna get in the edge, get low, get the glasses out, and hopefully we can find them. We're gonna try to be as quiet as we can. Get up, like I said, 30 yards to the edge of the willows and get down on our bellies and get the old glasses out. So to the right, he's walking around. See him? Did you get on video? Oh, well, you want him good? He was through the bush. I was gonna wait for him to walk out, and I said, no, it's time to get this tag filled. I need the meat, and I wanted this buck. I mean, we've been looking hard at mule deer, and we've seen a lot of them, But we were trying to find one, that next level buck. And it was a challenge. And out of the hundreds of muley bucks that we looked at, we decided this was the best one. And part of that was not just based on the antler size, but he looked like he had some good mass, and he just looked like a mature deer. So he was the one I picked. He was the one I wanted. And this is what I wanted to do. 2 weeks ago, we asked this landowner for permission. He said he had plans to hunt that evening. So he asked us kindly to stay out. So we did. But for the last week after that, up until hunt camp that started about a week ago, I've been dying to get in here. I wanted to walk this valley, to get in where the deer are, and get in range and get my buck. And that's how I wanted to do it, and where I wanted to do it. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you to all the landowners out here and everybody at Sturko Hunt Camp this week. We've had a blast. We've gotten some great deer and we've had some great times. And it's just a week we look forward to every year. This is just how I wanted to do it. I told Trav, it didn't matter the size of the deer I shot. It didn't matter to me how big he was. I wanted to get him here in this valley just the way we did. That's its own reward.
There's Saturday, Matt.
Just got my buck down. And Saturday, the buck we've been referring to him as Saturday because that's just the day we saw him on, or we watched him the most on. And he just came out to see what was going on, and he's standing right there. But he was a target buck until we got a closer look, and he just had a young, immature face, and he just wasn't quite what we thought. But he always looks good going away. Cool to see him make an appearance. I've done Saturday more favors than he'll ever know. We've passed on him a couple times, and now we're getting him some action tonight because he's sure enough moving in on the doe my buck was with.
Didn't take long for him.
Didn't take long. And it doesn't surprise me. There was so many bucks. Like I said, me and Kyle watched at least 10 bucks, and only one of them was a spiker. And all kinds of does in here. What a great spot.
Okay, let's go get him.
Let's go get him. Thank you, buddy. Beautiful animal. Here he is. This is the heavy 4. This is the buck I wanted out of the many deer we've seen in this valley alone. This is the one that caught my eye, and just because he just had a big body, a big neck, he just looked like a big mature buck, and he's got the mass here to go along with that. Great front fork there, weak on this back fork. We knew that coming in here. We knew exactly what this deer was, but he really carries his mass. Look how heavy he is right up to the tips there. So now I'm off. I'm gonna get him to K&K Food Liner and over to Darren at Solitude Taxidermy to get a beautiful Euro done. Thank you for watching season 5 of The Fever. We'll see you next year.
The Fever is brought to you by PJ Trailers, Stampede Toyota, Vortex Optics, K&K Food Liner, Domax Construction Equipment, Solitude Taxidermy, Traeger Wood-Fired Grills, and these other fine partners.